smartphones, right? A new app called Hooked has tapped into this audience, targeting young adults with new films and literature created with their beloved smart devices in mind.
What we are building is a mobile-first Netflix filled with different types of content that is relevant for very engaged users who are consuming that content on their phones.
It started with the question, do young people read anymore? And if so, how do you reach them and engage them in reading fiction? And so the thing that we came up with is this term called chat fiction, which is basically fiction stories told in the form of text message conversations.
Claiming 50 million monthly subscribers, Hooked didn't stop there. They are now turning their most popular chat fiction into films.
Our first video was a 15-minute short based on a Hooked story called Trevor and the Virgin.
Trevor and the Virgin, which Hooked says is its single best performing story, is the classic teen tale of an innocent girl who has a crush on a popular guy and everything that unfolds as a result. But Hooked stresses they have a diverse array of other content.
We released a long story called Dark Matter on Snapchat and the app, and it was a more complex story, and it signaled to us that the engagement's there as long as you keep focusing on making the story as rich as possible.
And in the digital era, nothing has to be left to chance. Hooked can see how long readers spend with each story, even on each page, which they utilize when making decisions for their films.
The pithiness and the pacing, what you choose to zoom in on, the data is really informing these types of creative choices, specifically for what feels engaging on mobile.
A new way of storytelling for a millennial audience. One thing's for certain, if you can afford the subscription, it's hard not to get hooked. Dina Mitchell for VOA News, San Francisco.
Nothing unusual about these loaves of bread, but there is a difference. This bread was baked using flour derived from crickets. In Kisumu, Kenya, 54-year-old farmer Charles Odira is rearing insects usually known for their chirping. He got the idea to raise them for food after visiting a farming fair in Thailand.
When I went there and I saw how they were rearing crickets there, how it was helping the poor, the malnourished, how it was bringing income to the farmers. Then when I came back a cricket farmer.
Odira started with 50 crickets he trapped in the wild. Now, a few years later, he has a colony of up to 300,000 insects. They thrive on chicken feed and plant leftovers. According to scientists at the International Center of Insect Physiology and Ecology in Nairobi, or ICIPE, crickets are good for human consumption.
Crickets are very rich in protein, ranging between 62 to 65%, which is superior to that of meat, which ranges between 25 to 30%. Insect protein will be very good for lactating mothers, as well as children less than 5 years.
Odira has built a network of 100 cricket farmers, but there is a threat. A bacterial infection nearly obliterated the colonies in the whole region, and farmers had to start again from scratch. They are recovering with support of ICIPE. The benefits of cricket farming prompted the Food and Land Usage Coalition to propose raising insects as a way to tackle food shortages. Scientists at ICIPE agree with some conditions.
The traditional food system, which was based on wild harvesting, has to be enhanced or improved with the new mass rearing techniques, with better understanding on the safety of these insects, so that it can be taken up by large communities.
And because of less intensive farming methods, crickets help reduce global warming, according to the Food and Land Usage Coalition. The crickets in Odira's farm are eaten or end up in bread and cookies. Fred Odjambo has various reasons for buying it.
I love this bread because it gives me more energy than normal bread.
And as Odjambo, for one, enjoys his cricket breakfast to the fullest, experts say it might one day feed many and help prevent conflicts in parts of the world where the population is growing and food resources are becoming more scarce. Ruud Elmendorp voor VOA News, Kisumu, Kenia.